Daniel Carter had spent the last 5 years raising his 8-year-old daughter Lily alone. Ever since his wife passed away, his world had become a cycle of school lunches, bedtime stories, and long work days. Love felt like something that belonged to another lifetime. When an invitation arrived for his cousin's wedding, he almost declined. The thought of attending a celebration filled with happy couples seemed exhausting. But Lily insisted he go. "You deserve one fun night, Dad," she said with a smile. Reluctantly, Daniel agreed, unaware that the wedding would change the course of his life forever. The wedding venue sparkled beneath thousands of golden lights. Elegant guests filled the garden, laughing and dancing while a live band played romantic melodies. Daniel arrived alone, feeling slightly out of place among the couples. He adjusted his suit and quietly took a seat near the back. As he watched the bride walk down the aisle, he felt both happiness and loneliness. Memories of his past flooded his mind. He wondered if life would always feel incomplete. Just as the ceremony ended and guests began mingling, a familiar voice suddenly echoed across the lawn, calling his name loudly. "Daniel, look at me!" the voice shouted playfully. Startled, he turned around and spotted his neighbor Emily Parker standing near the fountain. Her bright emerald dress shimmered beneath the lights, and her warm smile instantly caught his attention. Emily had lived next door for nearly 3 years. They often chatted over fences and exchanged favors, but Daniel had never truly looked at her beyond friendship. Tonight was different. She looked radiant, confident, and beautiful. Laughing, she waved dramatically until he walked over. "You were hiding back there," she teased. "A wedding is for enjoying yourself, not disappearing." As the evening continued, Emily refused to let Daniel sit alone. She pulled him onto the dance floor despite his protests and introduced him to guests as if he were the most important person there. Slowly, Daniel relaxed. They danced, laughed, and shared stories under strings of glowing lights. For the first time in years, he forgot about grief and responsibility. He simply enjoyed being present, yet what surprised him most was how naturally he connected with Emily. Every conversation flowed effortlessly, every smile seemed genuine. By the time dinner ended, Daniel realized he had not stopped thinking about her all evening. Just when the night seemed perfect, an unexpected complication appeared. A tall, successful businessman named Ryan approached Emily and greeted her with obvious affection. Daniel learned that Ryan was her former fiancé. Seeing them together stirred feelings he had not expected. Ryan clearly wanted another chance, and Emily appeared uncertain about how to respond. Suddenly, Daniel felt foolish for imagining anything beyond friendship. He quietly stepped away and spent the next hour alone. Across the room, Emily noticed his withdrawal. Although surrounded by people, she found herself searching for him repeatedly, unable to enjoy the celebration without him nearby. Near midnight, Emily finally found Daniel standing on a balcony overlooking the city lights. "Why did you disappear?" she asked softly. Daniel hesitated before admitting the truth. He confessed that seeing Ryan had made him realize how much he cared about her. Emily listened carefully, her eyes shining with emotion. Then she surprised him. She explained that Ryan represented her past, while Daniel represented everything she truly valued: kindness, loyalty, and family. She admitted that she had admired him for years, but never wanted to burden a widowed father already carrying so much responsibility. Silence hung between them before they both smiled. At that moment, fireworks exploded across the sky as the newlyweds shared their final dance. Brilliant colors reflected in Emily's eyes, while Daniel felt a warmth he had not experienced in years. Gathering his courage, he gently took her hand. Emily squeezed it tightly and leaned closer. Neither needed grand speeches anymore. They had already said everything that mattered. The wedding that Daniel almost skipped had given him something far more valuable: than a pleasant evening. It had given him hope, companionship, and the possibility of love again. As they watched the fireworks together, both knew this was only the beginning of their story.